Right there, guys. So it's Thursday. We've had another David Ornstein Q&A, and he has had a couple of questions regarding Liverpool. And the first one we'll cover off is Luis Diaz. I almost said Darwin Núñez, and I don't know why. And basically, he was asked the question that there's reports in Spain claiming that Barcelona have inquired about Luis Diaz and they want to sign him this summer. Does he have any information on this, and is there any sign that Diaz would want to move away from Liverpool? So first off, just before we got into what David Ornstein has said here, it's not just reports in Spain. I think the first reports we saw of Diaz to Barcelona came from Colombia, which made me think that that is the Diaz camp, especially his father, trying to instigate a move away from Liverpool. Just point out there, guys, I think Diaz would jump at a chance to move to Spain this summer. Like, he would bite anybody's arm off. Obviously, we all know Barcelona doesn't have the money to fork out what it would potentially cost them to buy Luis Diaz, but it doesn't mean that the links and rumours are going to go away. So this could be something that does rumble on for the entire summer. Also, just to note as well, before I get into the David Ornstein stuff, I am aware of the reports that came out and the quotes from Luis Diaz where he said he wants to stay at Liverpool and he's happy here, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, okay. Right, so David Ornstein's answer to that question was, I have no information on this reported interest in Diaz. Never say never, but given Barcelona's financial position, I would be very surprised if they could afford the level of a fee Liverpool would demand and meet the Colombians' salary expectations. Liverpool are not looking to sell Diaz. He is 27, under contract until 2027, and already a really important member of their squad. What we don't know for certain is his intentions. It is quite unusual for such a key player at Anfield to be 2.5 years into their deal and not have seen their terms improved or extended. Equally, there's a lot going on at Liverpool right now. The contract situations of Salah, Van Dijk and Trent are more of an immediate concern. Clearly, this is one to watch, although that certainly does not mean he will be leaving. So there's your answer for that from David Ornstein. One thing I would say is we kind of gather that Ornstein gets his information from FSG, and you never show your hand when you are potentially selling a player. Like, it wouldn't help Liverpool for them to let it be known that they want to sell Luis Diaz, because then that'd just bring the price down. Do you know what I mean? So, again, I agree with what he said there at the end. It's one to watch. I think Diaz would jump at the chance to leave Liverpool this summer. I really do. But I do think Liverpool would be looking for a hefty fee. So I don't think Barcelona would be the club he would end up at. I'm sure I've asked this question before, but just for hypothetical, how much would you think would be the lowest you would accept for Luis Diaz? Bearing in mind he's got 2.5 years left on his deal, and we signed him for £37.5 million, I think it was. For me, I'd be taking anything north of 60 for him, because I don't think he's got the end product. So he's not like a Sadio Mane or, a Salah or anything like that. He's he's a level below that, potentially another level, 2 levels below that. So I think if we could make double what we paid for him, I'd take that. I won't be looking if we could get 100 for him. Bloody hell, I think we'd be absolutely scamming Barcelona again, just like we did with Coutinho. But yeah, if we could get double for what we paid for him, I'd be happy with that. Next one that regarding Liverpool is he was asked if there's any truth in the rumour of Anthony Gordon moving to Liverpool. Now, Ornstein has said that Liverpool, as with Manchester City and many other clubs, really like Gordon, but they're not expected to pursue the winner because Newcastle have no intention of letting him go. Even if that stance became changeable, the potential level of fee it would take to do business would be astronomical. I'm certain Gordon is staying at Newcastle this summer. Anthony Gordon moving to Liverpool would be a bit of a wild one, wouldn't it? I'm not, obviously he's from Liverpool and stuff like that. But he played for Everton. Wouldn't be the first person that's, played for Everton and Liverpool. I don't think he would be worth the fee it would take, as David Ornstein says there. I think you could get better for less. Do you know what I mean? Especially with that English tax that you'd get for him as well. So, I'm not too certain about this one, guys. But what about you? Would you take Anthony Gordon? I think we could get better for less. Just putting it out there. But let me know down below, guys. What do you think of Anthony Gordon moving to Liverpool? Is there anything else regarding Liverpool here? Here we go. So we've had some news as well regarding the situation surrounding Trent, Virgil and Mo Salah. So he was asked, can you give us any insight into the situation surrounding the contract negotiations for Trent, Virgil and Mohamed Salah? David Ornstein goes on to say, with Richard Hughes soon to formally start as sporting director and Michael Edwards as CEO of football, the initial conversations that I suspect have already taken place can start to ramp up. As far as I know, Liverpool's preference would be to retain all three, but there are many considerations on both sides before we establish any outcome. Liverpool would prefer none of the trio to enter their final 12 months. However, that is possible if they cannot agree new contracts or generate the offers that the club are willing to consider. So he's kind of stepped back a little bit there from what he said before. I mean, was it though? Am I kind of contradict myself here? I think he mentioned before something along the lines of Salah would stay and leave for nothing next year. I think Van Dijk and Trent would get done, surely. Yeah, they will. I've got a feeling they'll get done. I honestly do. I could see Salah going though. I've had that feeling though for about. I think to be fair, I've thought that Salah were going to go for about 12 months now, if not a bit more. So nothing new there for me. Anyway, guys, let me know down in the comments. What do you think of the Anthony Gordon, the Luis Diaz, and the contract situation surrounding them three players? Let me know down in the comments below, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.